Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Jeff Smith from Channel 7 Eyewitness News in New York City. Thank you so much for joining me today and for inviting me again to be here for myFace's 9th annual Races for Faces kickoff celebration. This is my 4th year hosting, and while I can't see your faces, I know you're all out there excited and geared up for a great kickoff celebration. We want to know who is out there watching, so definitely say hi in the live chat and tell us how many years you've participated in Races for Faces. You can see that live chat right there. I made sure to put a little bit of extra sunshine in my prediction for today, and it looks like it worked out just fine. While we may not be together physically this year, today is a day that we come together virtually in solidarity to celebrate the craniofacial community, have fun, and make a difference. Let's hear it for the amazing teams and all the kids, families, and friends joining us today who have worked so hard to make this happen. But wait, hold your applause. We have one more thing to celebrate. myFace had a big birthday and turned 70. Can you believe that? This month. That's right, 70 years young. Back in 1951, Dr. John Converse launched an innovative concept of interdisciplinary care that's used till this day. It has helped improve care and pave the way for better outcomes. It's this unique, comprehensive approach that has helped myFace transform the lives of tens of thousands of children, adults, and families over the years. By participating in events like Races for Faces, you help myFace to continue to transform lives, bring awareness, and raise the critical funding needed to ensure that the craniofacial community gets the care they need for the next 70 years and beyond. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do so right now or anytime throughout the program. We've set up a text to give feature, as you'll see on the screen. Just text myFace to 243-725 or scan the QR code. You can see that on your screen right there using your cell phone. You'll immediately get a link to a form that you can complete. Next time I see you, I'll give you an update on how much we've raised so far. Let's turn our attention now to Stephanie Paul, myFace's Executive Director. She's going to tell you about some of the exciting programs myFace has been working on this year.
My name is Stephanie Paul, and I am privileged to serve as the Executive Director of this incredible organization. For 70 years, myFace has been dedicated to changing the faces and transforming the lives of children and adults with facial differences. Our faces are our identities. Those who live with a difference are impacted both in body and spirit, and there's so much they must overcome. Did you know that almost every hour a baby is born with a facial difference in the United States alone? Of those, up to 7,000 babies each year will face multiple surgeries and long-term medical care throughout their childhood and into their adult life. Each year, the faces of another 100,000 individuals are disfigured through accidents or disease. People with craniofacial differences are often subjected to bullying at school or in their community. They can be made to feel inadequate or intellectually inferior, all of which can have a tremendous psychological impact that can result in feelings of isolation and low self-esteem. myFace is here to support anyone with a facial difference by providing programs, services, and access to resources and tools they need to thrive. We aim to empower the spirit, build strength and community, and let those living with a facial difference know they are never alone. At the heart of our approach to transforming lives are 3 pillars of support. The first is our grant support to top-level organizations that deliver holistic, comprehensive craniofacial care. The main recipient of these grants is the myFace Center for Craniofacial Care at NYU Langone Health, which is a gold standard in the delivery of cutting-edge care from world-class practitioners. Embracing a team approach, patients have access to surgical, dental, psychosocial, speech, nutritional, and other aspects of care that are all delivered in a coordinated fashion. We are deeply proud to support this team and of the center's long-standing commitment to excellence in care. The second pillar of support comes through the delivery of direct services that meet the day-to-day needs of the craniofacial community. including support groups for affected children and adults and parents, distribution of newborn care kits specially designed for babies born with a craniofacial difference, housing for families traveling to New York City for treatments, and coverage of costs and travel and medical expenses for those in need. And finally, myFace provides access to education and strives to raise critical awareness around living with a craniofacial condition with topic-specific webinars, workshops, and online resources. Through programs such as our Wonder Projects for School, we teach students what it's like to live with a facial difference, about understanding the importance of celebrating uniqueness and always choosing to be kind. myFace is laser focused on broadening our horizons and launching innovative programs across the nation and pave the way for better outcomes. We aim to provide resources for more families than ever before and to take advantage of medical advances that our founders only dreamed of. We'd like all of you here with us to know that 100% of donations made as part of this program go directly to fund our mission of changing faces and transforming lives. The magic of our work is that moment when an individual or family coping with a facial difference realizes that they are not alone and that myFace is here for them. My appreciation for all you do.
And I appreciate you too. We all do. It's because of people like you, Stephanie, that myFace can provide all these amazing high-impact programs that truly make a difference in people's lives. So thank you so much. Let's take a look at that thermometer and see where we are in terms of donations. Let's see here. Wow. So far you've helped us raise $189,236. We still have a little ways to go to meet our goal of $230,000. We can do it. When you support myFace with a donation, you'll help provide a family with access to quality surgical care or speech therapy or orthodontic work. The money that you donate today can give a deserving family a craniofacial care kit for their newborn. It can provide an educational webinar, or it can even provide students with a special Wonder Project assembly. The list goes on and on. So please consider a gift of any amount. Just text myFace to 243-725 or scan that QR code on the screen using your cell phone. We are so excited this year to have 3 Grand Marshal family teams to honor. Each of these teams has a unique connection to myFace and has demonstrated in their own way their strong commitment to helping the craniofacial community and other families like them. Up next, we have Stephanie in conversation with our first Grand Marshal, followed by a performance by an extraordinarily talented myFace star, Abby, who will be joining us all the way from Brazil.
And I am so excited to introduce you to one of our Grand Marshal families for Races for Faces. Today we have joining us the Carson family, Scarlett and mom and dad, Clay and Suzette, joining us from Florida. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I know this is your first time doing the event, so tell us why you decided to participate this year.
We've always been a huge part of myFace since I've been a little girl, and it's just a really big opportunity to help us to raise awareness for this amazing organization.
Well, Scarlett, tell us a little bit about your facial difference and your journey that you've been on.
So I was born with craniosynostosis. I was a very young age, and I had started going to doctors nonstop, and since then I've had 14 surgeries and a lot of work.
And we were lucky enough to come to New York when she was younger and find myFace when she was about 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. So we were blessed with finding this organization, and it's life-changing for our family.
So Suzette, you all did an article with myFace a few years ago, and one of the things that really struck me about what was written in that article is that you wished you had known about myFace from the beginning of the journey. So tell me a little bit more about that.
She was about 3 months when she was diagnosed with craniosynostosis, and she had surgery very young, and then proceeded to have, like she said, she's had 14 surgeries, 4 craniotomies. And one of the things we found is the team approach. We had great doctors, don't get me wrong, we've had good care, but having everyone on the same page. So that was a huge, I think the biggest thing about it was having everybody working together. Everyone knew what was going on. And it was the support system too. It was the history and knowing other children who've been through it, being able to, look at our Scarlett and know that we could talk to other parents. We had a support system. We have a family, she's one of 5. So, we had also other children. So as we were taking care of our Scarlett, we also had other children at home. So myFace, finding them in a place that, we would come in the apartment and being able to be there and knowing that if our other children had to come, we could have a home where she could recover or a place where she could come for office visits. So we had incredible health care with doctors all on the same page. And we had this incredible organization to support our family and to support Scarlett. And like I said, I keep saying that not alone, but there's something very special in knowing when you start this journey to have that support system. It is like, it's life-changing.
One of her surgeries, I was not allowed to be in the hospital room overnight. So just to have the apartment and to be able just to literally walk across the street after a long day in the hospital, have a place to stay and be close enough that I could get back the next morning. It was so relieving.
Clay, that's so wonderful to hear that. I'm getting goosebumps as you say that. We are very excited for the many things that we're able to offer to families across the nation. Well, Scarlett, you've done some really incredible things for myFace of late. Namely, you've been involved in our Wonder Project, and then you did a very special program with some students at Cornell University. Can you tell us a little bit about those 2 things that you've done for myFace?
I've always been really into the book Wonder. We found it probably around like 2014-ish, maybe actually. And since then, it's always kind of stuck in my head. And then we heard about the Wonder Project a little while ago, but I wasn't ready. And then once like quarantine hit, to be honest, I kind of started to open up. And I reached out to Dina, and she talked to me about the Wonder Project and how I could be a part of it. And it spoke to me, and I knew I needed to just say something. So I went to a school where I'm close to, and I did a presentation about it. And I incorporated my own story so they would know just that it's okay to be different. And then for camaraderie, it was such a small group, which was really, really nice because you got to know different people. And since I'm here in Florida, most of them are up in New York, so it was really cool to see like the differences. And we took pictures and everything like that. And just like the differences in pictures and differences like the camera lens and everything, it's helped a lot to realize that everyone is different in their own ways, and that's okay because it's who you are.
So Races for Faces. So today is kickoff. We're doing the event. So what are you all doing today in Florida so that you can be a part of this?
Well, I think that we're just getting excited and making sure we're in shape to be able to do this run, and especially in this hot, humid, our weather is not quite as cool, so we have the hot and the humidity and the afternoon showers. So right now we're probably going to be looking to check the weather forecast and, and training and getting ready.
Next year, we're going to have our 10th anniversary Races for Faces, and there's going to be a special announcement today about that, but it's going to be in person. So hopefully we can get you to come up from Florida and be with us.
That would be great.
That'd be awesome.
So Scarlett, if you had something you could say to some other kids who are living with a facial difference, what would you want to say to them?
Well, the main thing I would say is that you are not alone. You have more people than you realize. You have a whole other family that, with myFace, you have a whole other family that cares for you as much as your whole family does.
Mom and Dad, what would you say to other parents?
I think you're stronger than you think. And, especially when you're not, that you have the support system, especially when you're involved with myFace. You have the strength from others and draw upon that, and it'll help get you through.
And I also think people don't realize, I think that people are going through things. I mean, it's okay to reach out. I mean, Suzette and I and Scarlett are here. If anybody has any questions, I mean, it's been a long journey, and we've had the ups and downs. And I wish more people would reach out and say, hey, tell me about your experience. Tell me about your experience at the hospital with myFace. I mean, we didn't have that. The first couple surgeries, we were all alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it really wasn't until we met in myFace, Dr. Staffen Burr, Pat Shabaro, that we kind of like, okay, this is what we're going through. This is how we deal with this. So I guess what I would say to people is reach out.
Well, Clay, Suzette, and Scarlett, we are just so glad to have you be a part of the myFace family. We're excited to have you be Grand Marshal families with us. And thank you for everything that you do. And we hope to see you next year in New York City for the 10th annual Races for Faces. But for today, let's have a great time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
transforming
much.
lives every
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you for
Yes.
having
It's
us.
a blessing.
Yes.
It's an amazing thing. We thank you for all you do.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Florida, and I'm currently serving as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Londrina, Brazil. I was born with a unilateral cleft lip and palate, and I had my first surgery to get that fixed on 9/11 at the NYU Medical Center, and I had my last two also at the NYU Medical Center in 2017. And I'm so grateful for everything myFace has done for me and my family, because those surgeries that I had in 2017 required a lot of recovery time, and it's really expensive spending a lot of time in New York. But myFace was able to get my entire family up to New York with me, and I was able to recover with them. And that support that I had from my family during that time, and the constant support I still have from myFace, just means the world to me. And so I want to share this song that I wrote on my mission called Reminder. We all need a reminder of how important we are, how much we're worth, and how loved we are. And we forget that a lot. And so this is my way of sharing that I think that it's important to remember it. So I translated it into Portuguese with the help of my wonderful companion, Sister Galvão, and I'm going to be sharing it with you in Portuguese. Às vezes penso que tu achas sobre mim. Sei que outras falam que sou bom, mas não tenho perspectiva perfeita. Não sou tu. Sei que quando eu confio não preciso achar estas coisas, mas ainda faço. Oh, ainda faço. Porque não estou contigo, estou aqui, quero voltar a tu. Sei que tenho mais que preciso aprender enquanto estou aqui, mas eu quero voltar a tu. Se você me perguntar por que eu faço o que eu faço, vou falar o que é verdadeiro, quero mostrar. Deus, estou tentando ouvir quando tu falar que me ama, me ama, me ama. Eu amo tuas lembranças. Eu pergunto estas perguntas hoje porque eu não lembro tudo sobre a pessoa que foi a vizinha. O que tu tens pra me descobrir? Sei que eu posso, se eu tento, mas às vezes não quero fazer o que preciso. Sei que posso fazer isso porque eu estou chorando. Por favor, me ajude, porque não estou contigo, estou aqui, quero voltar a tu. Sei que tenho mais que preciso aprender enquanto estou aqui, mas eu quero voltar a tu. Se você me perguntar por que eu faço o que eu faço, ou azul. Quero coisa brilhante com tua luz. E não estou contigo, não estou contigo. Estou aqui. Sei que porque vou ficar. Sei que tenho mais que preciso aprender enquanto estou aqui, mas vou continuar querendo voltar a tu. Ou se você me perguntar por que eu faço o que eu faço, vou falar o que é verdadeiro. Quero mostrar a Deus. Estou tentando ouvir quando tu falar que me ama, me ama, me ama. Quero ouvir isso mais uma vez. Por favor, me dá uma outra frase. Não quero estar aqui sem tu. Quero teu amor e tua esperança. Quero. Eu amo tuas lembranças, tuas lembranças, tuas lembranças, tuas lembranças.
And what a beautiful performance that was. Let's give Abby an extra round of applause. Now I'd like to turn it over to Stephanie again, who will introduce you to our second Grand Marshal family. Take it away, Stephanie.
I am so excited to welcome one of our Grand Marshal families here today, the Fu family. We have with us Sharon, Lizzie, and Alex. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
We are so excited to have you be one of our Grand Marshal families. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's start with Lizzie. You were born with a craniofacial difference. Can you tell us a little bit about that and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I was born with microceratresia, which means that there's no inner ear and the outer ear just is not there. So I just had, when I was younger, a piece of like pinna, which they call, which is like some skin in that on the left side. And then I had to wear a hearing aid. And on this side, I do have an inner ear, but the canal was a lot smaller. So what they did was they grafted from behind to make that canal bigger. And so I have 100% hearing on this side now, but on this side, I don't have an inner ear. So I just wear a hearing aid, and then I went for ear reconstruction surgery to have an outer ear.
So Lizzie, what are some of the challenges you face with hearing loss?
In kindergarten, we had dictation classes. So I would have to sit in the front because I couldn't hear what they were saying. But also just in general, when I talk to people, I have to ask them to keep repeating things because I don't catch everything that they say.
And I understand that you're going to school not in New York. So tell us a little bit about that, where you go to school and what you're planning to study.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, I left the school I was at in New York in 10th grade because I felt I wanted to try boarding. And I now go to boarding school in the UK because it will allow me later I get to go straight into medicine. And so that is a path that I want to take because I do want to become a doctor. And so I'm hoping, well, I'm studying right now for applications to medical school.
What kind of doctor do you want to be?
Well, I'm hoping to go into surgery because I was inspired by my ENTs and my reconstruction surgeons. When I was in the hospital, I met other patients who were going through the same thing or other conditions. So I think it just is able to change people's lives, and I think that really made an impact on me.
Tell me, Sharon, how did you get involved with myFace, and why did your family decide to be a part of the Races for Faces program this year?
One particular event that really made me even more compelled to support the organization was the talent show. And my cat and I were watching it, and we were moved to tears because we were so inspired by the courage, the talent, and there's the determination of the musicians. And I just felt, you know what, I think more people need to be aware of what myFace does and of the members of myFace.
People are not aware as much as they should be about what the impacts of having a craniofacial difference might be like. People, I think, know what a cleft palate might be, or they know about my condition when I tell them, but it's not something that people are as aware about than other conditions that people might be born with.
So, Lizzie, if you wanted to say to another young person who's living with a facial difference, give them some advice, what would you tell them?
I would connect them with myFace, because I think it's just when you're connected with people who have the same, who are going through something similar than you, then they can give you lots of advice and just lots of support. And I think another thing is just to be confident in yourself, because everyone has different strengths and differences, different weaknesses as well. So another student might have, another person, another child might not have a craniofacial difference, but has other weaknesses. And maybe you think that having a craniofacial difference might be a weakness, but I think in many ways you can use it to empower your voice.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Lizzie. Alex, what would you say to a sibling?
I would just say to be supportive, to be obviously help them through all their problems and help them sort of just feel like a part of the family, or feel like a part of, either if you're in the same school as them, just help them feel accepted, and then also to try and explain to other people their problems, and help also let them be more respectful and more understanding. So, yeah.
Great, thank you. And Sharon, what would you say to parents?
You need to be compassionate and understanding and patient. And parents will find this challenging. And there will be times where you're sort of discouraged and you wonder why this has happened. So you need to look for the right support. So that's really important, to seek the right help, and just to stay positive, because when you're positive, you'll have a child who is confident and positive, probably more so than you.
I just want to ask each one of you one last question. What does myFace mean to you?
It's about, I mean, in the name itself, it's about my face. So it's like being able to have everyone know about their own faces, and to be able to understand what is going on, and to be able to raise awareness about my face or our faces.
In this day and age where social media is everything, and beauty and image are such premium placed by the young, myFace plays a very important role to reassure patients that your face is very special, and you can find the support, the encouragement, the resources that myFace can provide to reassure you that your life is not any worse or any different from everyone else out there. And there's a lot of beauty in you, a lot of talent, a lot of potential in the future.
We are so excited to have you be a Grand Marshal family for Races for Faces. Thank you for all you do, and we appreciate your participation in Races for Faces. So thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lizzie, Alex, and Sharon. Now I'd like to introduce someone very special who, at the ripe old age of 23, is already a professional NASCAR driver and has his own Wikipedia page. He's honed his skills, which have led to 1 win, 6 top 5, and 8 top 10 finishes, even with his limited stock car experience. Let's welcome here Joe Graff Jr., who not only races for NASCAR, but for myFace too. Hi, Joe. Thanks so much for being a part of the myFace community. So we'll start from the top. Can you briefly tell us a little bit about yourself and what it's like to be a NASCAR driver?
Absolutely. So I'm Joe Graff Jr. I race in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in the Z-Grill Chevrolet for SS Greenlight. And I absolutely love being a NASCAR driver. It's a lot of work, but it's like, I'm a super competitive person. It's racing to me is like the epitome of competition. So like I train a lot. I work hard on the business side. Like racing is different from other sports in the sense that you have to have really good partners and really good sponsors in order to make it work. So I work on the business side a lot with them. I'm also a student at NYU, so that helps a lot. And then I do a lot of training as well. It can be 150 degrees in the car, so we do a lot of heat training, a lot of reaction time drills, things like that. So it's a lot of fun.
150 degrees in the car. I don't think many people realized how strenuous it can be to be a race car driver. You're not just flooring the gas pedal and just sitting back.
No, yeah, for sure. It's a lot of hydration, a lot of training. It's definitely a big part of it. But yeah, it's like our biggest thing. Like I remember working out in saunas a lot, things like that, just because for 3-hour periods you'll be in a car that's 150 degrees and you got to be on your game the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about your connection to myFace and why racing for myFace is so important to you?
Yeah, of course. So I've been working with myFace for a couple of years now. It was actually my sister that got me linked up with them. She has her own craniofacial difference, and she battled through that and conquered that. And she was the one that got me involved in myFace. We made a donation to them a couple of years ago. I donated some of my race winnings. She has just really inspired me in a lot of what I've done in my life, and really shown me what the myFace message is and how important it really is, what they're doing. So that's really why it hits so close to home for me.
Joe, is there anything else you'd like to share with everybody today on race day?
Yeah, of course. Just the biggest thing is, like, everybody's got to be themselves. Like I tell people that all the time. Like, everybody has their strengths, everybody has their weaknesses. Like, do what makes you happy and be yourself. And thank you for having me on. Thank you to myFace for all that they do in helping people be happy and live their lives. And just thanks for having me on, Jeff. Thank you to myFace, and everybody, make sure you hit that donate button.
Absolutely, Joe, and congratulations on all your success, and thank you for that inspiring message. So thank you, Joe and Team Graph, for your amazing commitment to your sister, to the craniofacial community, and to myFace. Remember, if you'd like to make a donation, text myFace, as Joe was saying, to 243-725, or scan that QR code on the screen using your cell phone. With your help, we can reach our goal of $230,000 today. That's what we're looking to raise. Now I'd like to turn it over to myFace's Director of Family Programs, Dina Zuckerberg, who will introduce you to our third Grand Marshal family, who's also prepared for a very special surprise for you all. Take it away, Dina.
Good morning. I'm Dina Zuckerberg, and I'm the Director of Family Programs at myFace. I am thrilled to introduce one of our Grand Marshals, Smile with Angel Jace. Hello. Hi. What a great team. So you guys, this is your 4th year participating in Races for Faces, and I think the 3rd year that you have won Most Spirited. Yeah! So I love the name of your team, Smile with Angel Jace. Can you share with us what makes his smile so special?
Angel's smile is so special because he charmed us with 2 smiles, his bilateral cleft lip smile and his now forever smile. Angel's a little shy today.
And how did you find myFace?
I found about myFace through a routine appointment with Dr. Flores, and we participated in our first myFace Races for Faces 3 days before Angel's first surgery. And that race brought us so much comfort. Meeting other families and hearing their stories brought me a lot of comfort, and it also helped prepare for his first surgery.
And how many surgeries has he had?
Angel has had 4 surgeries up to date. He had his bilateral cleft lip repair, his cleft palate repair. He had a second pair of ear tubes, and he also had some oral surgery done.
Wow. And can you share what myFace has meant to you and your family?
myFace is now our second family. Actually, myFace has become a part of our family. myFace has brought us so much support, so much comfort. myFace has always been so reliable. myFace answers all my questions before I can even ask them. Dina, you have been so amazing. I have to give you a very extra special shout out because you are always there whenever I need you. So thank you for that. Honestly, there's no words to thank you for all that you have done, for all the support, for the inspiration that you have given us, and all the comfort.
And I must say, we love having you as part of the myFace family. It's been such an honor to get to know you and your sweet little boy. So what does it mean to be our Grand Marshal this year for Faces for Faces?
What does it mean? It is such an honor to be Grand Marshal. Thank you. Thank you for seeing my son, Angel Jace, through my eyes. He made his grand arrival, May 3rd, 2018. And since then, my life has forever changed. Angel is the light of my eyes, the love of my life. So for him to be the Grand Marshal is so major to me. But it's such an honor for people to see my son as an inspiration, a 3-year-old little boy who can just share his story and inspire others and give hope to others the way they have given us hope. I hope that we can continue to share our story and make an impact, because our main goal is just to give comfort, help, support in any way we can, and raise awareness, because it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes extra support, courage, resilience to raise in a craniofacial community, and you need that support and you need that love. So I hope and I pray that we continue to send out positive messages all the time.
I always say it's a journey, and having that support and that village on that journey is just so important. So I agree. And so what advice would you give to parents just starting that journey with a child with a craniofacial difference like a cleft?
My first advice is, Mom and Dad, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. And there's nothing that you can't handle. There is a solution for everything, and you're not alone. That is my first advice. Second advice, look for help. Look for resources. There's help out there. There's resources. Look for myFace. myFace is right there. Teach your children about bullying. Let them know that your differences is what makes you unique, and that you're no less than any other.
So Angel Jace, have you been doing a lemonade stand with your family?
You've been selling lemonade? Yes?
Yeah.
How much are you selling lemonade for? $1?
Angel Jace, I just want you to know I love lemonade. So one day I'm going to have to come and buy some lemonade from you, hopefully.
You're going to make lemonade for Dina? How many are you going to make, Dina? Well, he said he's going to make you lemonade, Dina.
Okay, I'll take it. So thank you all so much for joining us today. And we're so excited that you're Grand Marshal. And are you guys going to be going out and walking after this?
Yes, we are. We're going to actually cut a ribbon and all, as if we were walking in person.
So can you guys give a shout out to all the other myFace kids and families?
Team Smile with Angel Jace wants all of myFace families and patients to know that you're amazing, just the way you are. We love you, myFace.
Hi, we are Angel Jace's family from Puerto Rico. Today, we are going to sing a song that Angel Jace's mom dedicated to him when she first found out he was going to have a craniofacial deficiency. Now, we dedicate it to Races for Faces and their mission to raise awareness. We love you guys and hope you enjoy. Yo soy boricua.
Pa' que tú lo sepas.
Yo soy boricua.
Pa' que tú lo sepas.
His eyes, stars look like they're not shining. His hair pours perfectly without him trying. He's so beautiful, and I tell him every day. I know, when I compliment him, he won't believe me. It's so sad to think that he don't see what I see. But every time he asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause boy, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. Oh, you're amazing, just the way you are.
We love you.
How amazing was that? Thank you, Team Smile with Angel Jace. Let's give them a round of applause for that moving performance. As many of you know, I look forward to Races for Faces every single year. For me, it's personal. I was born with a cleft lip, a hearing loss in both ears, and no vision in my left eye. I know what it's like to undergo many surgeries and medical procedures. I know what it's like to be teased and excluded as a child. I also know that the more information we provide and the more we educate others, the more awareness and change we bring. That's what Races for Faces is all about. Thank you everyone for spreading the word about myFace and for helping us make a difference for those with craniofacial differences. It's time now for one of my favorite parts of Races for Faces, our awards ceremony, where we acknowledge and celebrate our most spirited team and most spirited individual, top fundraising team, and top fundraising individual. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and every year these participants and teams impress me in ways I never thought possible. Their creativity, energy, enthusiasm, and commitment to making a difference is unrivaled. You make my job very hard. Let's start with our most spirited team. This is the team that goes above and beyond, showing their enthusiasm, passion, and spirit for Races for Faces. And the winner for most spirited team this year is not new to winning this award. In fact, they've won it already for 3 years in a row. They're hard to beat. Congratulations, Team Smile with Angel Jace. You really outdid yourselves this year, despite the fact that we were virtual yet again. From Angel Jace's lemonade stand, to all of your Instagram posts and videos, to getting your family to perform all the way from Puerto Rico. Your spirit is unmatched. And for that, we'd like to award you once again with a special prize of Most Spirited Team. I hope this puts a smile on your face the same way you always put one on ours. Congratulations. And now I'd like to announce the most spirited individual, or rather, the most spirited individuals. We have a tie this year between Lily Milkus of Team Lily Smile and Scott Donnelly of Scotty's Smile Squad. Lily, I know you and your family have been coming to Races for Faces since you were a little girl, and you have blossomed into a beautiful and talented young woman. I am so proud of you, and it warms my heart to know that myFace has been there for you and your family throughout your journey. We love the sunglasses you made for Team Lily Smile. They are fabulous. Congratulations on winning this award for the second year in a row. Scott, I'm so glad we reconnected this summer. And thank you so much for joining Races for Faces with such gusto and passion. We're excited to have a Midwesterner. Your numerous posts, videos, and messages are helping to spread the word far and wide about the work myFace does. Congratulations, Scott and Scotty's Smile Squad. At this point, I would normally announce our top fundraising team and top fundraising individual. However, it's become such a close race that we are extending the fundraising period until September 30th to encourage some healthy competition. And not just for the top fundraising spots, but for everyone to take a part in it. We will announce our top fundraising team and individual on Friday, October 1st, so stay tuned. Thank you again to everyone, including our amazing host, Jeff Smith, who has worked so hard to make this year's Races for Faces so successful. We are so grateful. And now I want to welcome back Jeff to thank our sponsors.
Thank you so much, Dina, and great job to all of the teams out there raising so much money for this wonderful organization. I'd like to now give some special recognition to myFace's two presenting sponsors this year. We got KLS Martin, has been a strong supporter of myFace for the past 15 years. As one of the leading global suppliers of medical technology solutions, they have helped to provide better surgical outcomes for patients with craniofacial conditions. myFace is proud to have them as a sponsor once again this year for Races for Faces. Fogarty Finger Architecture is one of New York City's premier architecture and interiors firms. They've been supporting myFace for over 15 years, and myFace is proud to have them sponsor Races for Faces for a third year in a row now. A special thanks to Chris and Una Fogarty and Robert Finger for their continued support. What an incredible honor it's been to MC this event, myFace's 9th annual Races for Faces kickoff celebration today. Let's take a look at that thermometer. I like thermometers. I do weather. Let's take a look at that thermometer right now and see where we are. Wow, look at this. We've raised $191,121. We've reached 83% of our goal. So if you're in a position to give, again, we want to get up to $230,000 today. Please consider making a donation right now. Every amount helps. Text myFace to 243725 or scan that QR code. You see it right there on the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Use your cell phone to scan that. With your help, I know we can do this together. Before we officially kick this event off, we have a special performance of the national anthem for you. Melissa McGough is a professional singer and can often be heard performing the national anthem for some of New York's most prominent sports teams, including the Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, ever heard of them? The Mets, and the Islanders. She is joined by myFace stars Zion Joy and Emily. Zion Joy is an 8th grader at PS 83 in the Bronx. She was born with a cleft lip and palate and with a passion and gift for singing. Emily is also an 8th grader. She was born with hemifacial microsomia, microtia, and microthymos. Emily also shares a passion and talent for singing, most importantly, and playing the flute and clarinet. Please stand as you're able and join Melissa, Zion Joy, and Emily in singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose must stripes and bright stars through
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today and for making this 9th annual Races for Faces such a special and successful event. I also want to give an extra shout out to the small but mighty myFace staff who worked tirelessly to put this together, and the myFace Board of Trustees for their unwavering commitment, guidance, and support. If you thought this year's Races for Faces was great, well, next year is going to top them all. On September 18th, 2022, myFace will be hosting Races for Faces, get this one, in person and celebrating its 10th anniversary. So mark your calendars for Sunday, September 18th at Pier 84. That's at 45th Street in New York City. I look forward to seeing you there. Remember, everyone, by participating in myFace's Races for Faces, you're helping to provide quality, comprehensive care and support for kids like Scarlett, Lizzie, Angel Jace, Zion Joy, Emily, and their families. myFace couldn't do what they do without you. You can still text myFace to 243-725 or scan that QR code on the screen using your cell phone. Don't forget to post photos and videos while you're out there to your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts and include the hashtag Races for Faces so that we can see them too. Before we let you go walk, run, or cycle, we've got a very special finale performance by more than a dozen myFace stars. You won't want to miss this.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat of drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the hurricanes and reaching for the sun. We are warriors. Yeah, it's what we become. And I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. We are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat of drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Here I come.